Hello and welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Penny.
And a warm welcome back, everyone, to our Grammar Station unit for this month. Now, you will remember in yesterday's dialogue, we spent some time with two characters named Joel and Carmen.
Right. Carmen had been spending some of her free time designing herself a really cool notebook. She took some paper and glue and a few other things and created a beautiful and unique notebook all by herself.
And Joel was so impressed by it that he wanted Carmen to make one for him. He was hoping to be Carmen's first customer in what might be a whole new business. And as we were reading the dialogue, we guessed, right, that Carmen had been spending time with her new hobby as a way of keeping herself busy during COVID-19. After all, people all around the world have been spending more time inside to stay healthy. And hobbies like handicrafts and baking things, making things in your own home, things like that, they're becoming more and more popular.
And another thing that has become more and more popular due to the changes brought by COVID-19 is taking holidays close to home.
True.
People can't fly overseas very easily these days, so taking holidays in your home country has become something that lots of people are doing.
That is true, but whether you are visiting a new city just down the road or going somewhere much further away, when we travel, we do sometimes get lost. And our dialogue today is going to take a look at this. As we can see from the title, it's all about being lost in the city.
And so we will begin reading and finding out who is lost and who is helping this lost person. Right after we learn all about the new vocabulary for today. Let's go and do that now. 好，今天的对话标题是 Lost in the City， 在城市里迷路。那么单字 lost 就是迷路的、走失的，它是形容词。那么特别注意 lost 也可以是动词 lose 的过去式和过去分词。lose 它就有遗失啊、弄丢或是输掉的意思。好，那我们现在就用形容词 lost 来造句。Their daughter almost got lost in the crowd. Their daughter almost got lost in the crowd. 他们女儿差一点就在人群当中走丢了。好，那对话里面的 Marian 她是观光客，看起来迷路了。那么 Norman 就主动上前去问他需不需要帮忙指路。Marian 说他要去美术馆，那么 Norman 就叫他搭公车，还告诉他要在哪一站下车，还有搭公车的费用。我们来看三个单字 Somewhere 在课文里面是当副词，表示在某处，在某个地方。例如 I've seen the poster somewhere before. I've seen the poster somewhere before. 我之前有在某个地方看过这张海报诶。下一个单字 Stop 它有停的意思，可是当名词呢，它就有站牌的意思哦。例如 Which stop should we get off at? Which stop should we get off at? 我们应该在哪一站下车呢？最后一个单字 Ride 它当动词有乘坐、骑乘的意思，不过在课文里面是当名词来表达搭乘，或者是说你坐车啊、坐船的那个车程、航程。例如The boat ride takes about 20 minutes. The boat ride takes about 20 minutes. 船程大约是20分钟。好，现在看完单字例句，我们来看对话吧。
Norman is helping out Marian, a visitor to the city.
You look lost. Can I help you get somewhere?
Yes, the art museum. I spent ages looking at this map, but I don't know where I am.
It's easy to get to from here.
Can you tell me how? Also, how long will it take?
Explanation 1.
So in today's dialogue, we are traveling, and as it says in our title, we are lost in the city.
And so now let's meet the two characters in today's dialogue and find out which one of them is lost. Okay, right at the top we read, Norman is helping out Marian, a visitor to the city. Okay, so Norman is the local person who lives there, and Marian is the one who is going to need some help.
Okay, and before we begin reading our dialogue, let's us get a little help from Daphne, who is here to make sure that we don't get lost in some of the grammar that we just read in that first sentence. It's time for our first grammar point.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法要来看一个句子。Norman is helping out Marian, a visitor to the city. 诺曼在帮玛丽恩的忙，他是一名观光客。这个句子有2个文法重点。第一个是动词片语 help out。Help 是及物动词，意思是帮忙。Out 是副词，意思是离开。Help out 就是帮助某人脱离困境。第2个重点是同位语，同位语是名词，使用的时候摆在另外一个名词的后方，用来补充说明前方的名词。我们也可以照样造句。The knight helped out Rita, a girl from the village. 骑士拯救了一名来自村庄的少女 Rita。
All right, so Norman, a local person who lives in that city, he must be out walking one day, and he sees a woman, Marion, who's maybe, sort of looking around, and she just seems a bit confused about where she is. Maybe she has her phone, she's like, she's lost.
So Norman, who is a helpful sort of person, goes over to this woman, Marion, and he says, "You look lost." And then he adds, "Can I help you get somewhere?" Ah, yes, that is very kind and very helpful of Norman.
Sure.
He sees someone who he thinks needs a bit of help, and so he goes over to offer it to her.
Yeah, Norman's a great guy. And so Marion is quite happy to accept Norman's help because, yes, she is lost. And so she says to him, "Yes, the art museum." All right, so that's where she's trying to go. And, as a tourist, that would make sense. And then she sort of explains a bit more about her problem to Norman by telling him, "I spent ages looking at the map, but I don't know where I am." Oh dear, she does sound quite lost. If she spent ages looking at her map, that means she has spent a long time looking at the map. She does seem to really need some help.
Yeah, but don't worry, Marion. Norman is here. He's here to help. And in fact, she isn't too far from the museum after all. We know this because Norman then tells her it's easy to get to from here. Well, good news.
That is good news to Marion. And so she asks Norman, "Can you tell me how?" And she adds another question for him. Also, how long will it take? Okay, so Norman seems to know how she can get there easily, and we will come back for the second part of our dialogue, and also we'll hear Norman's answers to these questions right after the quick break. So we'll see you soon.
Hop on the M86 bus over there. Then get off at the museum stop. It should take about 20 minutes.
That sounds easy. How much does the bus cost?
It costs $2 per ride.
Wow, I thought I would have to pay more.
Explanation 2.
All right, so Norman is helping out a visitor to the city he lives in. Her name is Marion, and being a tourist, well, Marion has gotten herself a little bit lost in this new, strange city as she was trying to find her way to a local museum. So Norman saw her, looking confused about where it was, and so he went over to help her.
Right, and once Norman found out where Marion wanted to go, he was happy to show her. He said that the museum she was looking for wasn't hard to get to, and right before the break, Marion asked him if he could tell her how to get there and also how long it would take to reach the museum. Now let's get back to the dialogue to see what Norman says.
And so Norman tells Marion, "Hop on the M86 bus over there." Ah, okay, so maybe that's why he said it was easy to get to the museum. She can catch the bus she needs to take her right there, and the bus is very close to where they are. The bus stop, I should say, is very close to where they are. So that will save her some time. And then he also tells Marion, then get off at the museum stop. And he adds, it should take about 20 minutes. Perfect. She knows where to catch the bus, where to get off, and how long it will take. she'll be at the museum with little trouble in very little time. And here to help us have very little trouble with the second grammar point of the day is our grammar guide, Daphne.
第二则文法要分享2个搭乘交通工具的动词片语。第一个片语是 hop on， 意思是快速跳上车。hop 是不及物动词，意思是跳。on 是副词，意思是搭上。hop on 就是跳上车。相对说法是 hop off。我们来看个例句 ：Sybil hopped on the subway。Sybil 跳上地铁。第二个片语是 get off， 意思是下车。相对说法为 get on， 上车。只要是可以在里面站立或者是走动的交通工具，例如公车 bus、火车 train、船 boat、飞机 plane 等，都可以使用这个动词片语哦。我们来看个例句 ：Cloud didn't get on the plane。Cloud 没有上飞机。
So, thanks to Norman, Marian now knows exactly what she needs to do to get to the museum she wants to visit. And she also knows how long it will take. Norman has been very helpful so far.
He sure has, but before she goes off to catch her bus, Marian says to Norman, "That sounds easy." And she also doesn't forget to ask one other important question about this bus ride she will take. She asks him, "How much does the bus cost?" A good question. She knows it takes 20 minutes, so she just wants to be sure that she has enough money in her pocket to pay for the bus fare.
Yeah, and Norman also knows the answer to that question. He tells Marian it costs $2 per ride.
好 ，Marian 不清楚搭公车要花多少钱 ，Norman 就告诉他每趟是$2。补充单字 per per 这个 per 它是表达每一，它是介系词。那么 per ride 就可以表达每趟车程。我们刚刚还用到 fare 这个字 fare， 它是表达车资搭乘交通工具的费用。那你可以用 bus fare 来表达公车车资、公车费。So there you go. Find some change or make sure you have enough money on your little card. You will need $2.
And this answer actually seems to surprise Marian a little bit. As we finish the dialogue, she says, "Wow, I thought I would have to pay more." Maybe because the bus ride is 20 minutes long, she thought she would have to pay more money. Nope, just $2, Marian, and in 20 minutes or so, you'll be admiring some beautiful works of art in a lovely art museum. And you got there with the help of a nice, friendly guy named Norman. Happy travels, Marian.
And happy and safe travels to you guys if you're planning on going somewhere.
And we'll see you back here very soon. Until then,
bye-bye.
Part B. Lost in the City. Norman is helping out Marian, a visitor to the city.
You look lost. Can I help you get somewhere?
Yes, the art museum. I spent ages looking at this map, but I don't know where I am.
It's easy to get to from here.
Can you tell me how? Also, how long will it take?
Hop on the M86 bus over there. Then get off at the museum stop. It should take about 20 minutes.
That sounds easy. How much does the bus cost?
It costs $2 per ride.
Wow, I thought I would have to pay more.
Welcome to McDonald's. Will this be for here or to go?
I'd like it to go.
What would you like to order today?
I'd like an Egg McMuffin and a coffee, please.
Would you like combo meal number 4? It comes with a hash brown and a coffee.
Yeah, that'd be great. Could I get some sugar and cream with my coffee?
Sure, no problem. I have your order as a combo meal number 4. with sugar and cream for your coffee. Is that correct?
Yes, that sounds right.
Got it. Your total comes to 77 NT dollars. Here's your change. You can wait over here for your food.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 又到1分钟的单元喽。那我们今天是用1分钟的时间来复习单字还有造句练习，同学们您都准备好没？好，1分钟计时，开始。第一个单字呢，它可以形容迷路的或者是走失的、弄丢的，这字叫做 lost。Lost 有没有觉得很熟悉？是不是很像 lose？ 它的过去式 lost， 没错，就是同一个字。好 ，lost 当形容词是迷路的。They got lost in the mountains。他们在山区迷路了。第二单字呢是当副词来表达在某个地方，它叫做 somewhere。Your keys must be somewhere in the house。你的钥匙啊，一定是有在房子里面的某个地方啦。好，第三个单字呢是当名词来表达站牌。站牌不就是公车会停的地方？停叫什么 ？Stop， 没错，就是这个字 ，stop 有站牌的意思。The next stop is 松山 Station。下一站是松山车站。第四个单字呢，它可以表达搭乘，好，或者是骑车的骑，对不对？好，它还可以用来当名词来表达那个搭乘啊，或者是车程啊、航程之类，这个叫 ride。Right， 像我们可以用 give somebody a ride 来表达载某人一程，让某人搭便车。My coworker gave me a ride home。我同事顺道载我回家。应该有刚好过关吧？好啦，不管怎么样，我还是把4个单字看完了，也在玩例句了。下次我会更抓紧时间，希望可以成功。那不管怎么样，我们下次见了，拜拜。
See you next time.